What do you think are the fundamental principles that drive you? What's your political philosophy? What's your brand of conservatism?
I would say the things that make our country sustainable, right? And I like to put it into very simple terms like that. So what are the things that make a country sustainable and give it longevity? And really, they're the greatest ideas we've ever had. They were written down in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. So these ideas of limited government and local control, right, where we have a diverse set of opinions and preferences across this country, and the only way to maintain that without it boiling over is to give people local control. Okay, that's a very conservative answer. That's basically what I'm talking about is federalism, right? But I like to talk about these things in ways that people understand, because if you just say federalism and limited government, a lot of liberals just turn off. Right? That's just a conservative talking point. I don't want to hear it. Okay, so we have to boil this stuff down a little bit better than I think we normally do. Individual freedom and liberty, personal responsibility. So these kind of cultural values that I think are important to keep a society, again, together. Because if people don't believe in personal responsibility, if you are more inclined to believe in victimhood as opposed to personal responsibility, well, think about if everybody did that. And this is what I try to explain to people. What if everyone thought that way? How long would we really last? If no one takes responsibility, if at least your first choice isn't, you have to take care of this. And then maybe it's your family, and then it's your community and your church, and then it's your local government, and then it's your state, and then it's the federal government. You know, try to help people understand that sort of line of reasoning and why that's the best way to run a society. Other cultural values I would actually throw out there are mental toughness. So a sense of grit, a sense of ability to this American pioneer spirit that I think we're losing, and this kind of speaks to my whole history and outrage culture, of which I was a part in the SNL skit, and how that all turned out. And it was what I was glad to be able to do was just rebuff outrage culture. This idea that you have to be offended, that aggrieved victim status is the greatest thing you can accomplish, and pointing out that that's just not a healthy place for us to go. Other cultural values I think are important. Just basic notions of liberty.